All right, it's April 21st, and we're standing in one of the many clover plots we have. But about 3 weeks ago, I came in here, frost seeded this one. I got another one over the other direction here that I'm going to show you. I'm going to kind of talk about the differences. I'm real happy with how this one looks. It's a great, just a short at this point, just almost like a carpet. It's great condition. But this one last year was a clover plot all by itself. So when I came in and frost seeded this, there was just some weak areas that got drowned out. So I used less of a seeding rate than I did on this other plot that was a wild game buffet mix. So it naturally had less clover carrying over from year to year, and they look different. But this one's looking good. Generally what happens is when you get into these wetter areas, you get a little more grass growing. But at some point here in the next month or so, you'll probably come in here with a grass killer. That'll touch that up a little bit, and then obviously mowing it will help as well. But this one looks pretty darn good. So this area that we're in is one of our highest deer density areas. We've got big ag fields off to my right, and ultimately the deer are going to end up out there in the fall feeding on corn, beans, wheat, whatever it is. So the selection of your hunting plots or smaller areas is critical, and clover is just it's by far the best option you can have. Deer can browse it, it's going to hold up to it. I mean, they're going to keep it mowed down, and if you have a lot of deer numbers, you might even have to mow it with a mower. But we'll have to do this one probably a couple times with our mower just for weed control. But if you got high deer numbers in an area, clover, we use Frigid Forage, obviously we love it. That's your best ticket by far. All right, so this plot here is going to look different than that last one we looked at. Last year we used wild game buffet in this plot, and it looked tremendous. It was probably the best looking plot that we had. It contains, it's got alfalfa and several types of clovers, but there's like 15% or so of the brassica and radishes. And the cool thing is those come up right away and kind of shelter that clover and lets it get established. And the deer will come in and they'll eat the radishes and the turnips and things first. And as well as the clover. But it's just, man, it was really impressive last year in this plot. Right now it looks pretty ravaged because they literally ate all that last year. So we're kind of in the hole, so to speak, here in terms of forage on this particular one. But as the weather continues to warm up, I think we'll see more clover come in here. But that wild game buffet was nice. I'm sure you'll see some footage of it from hunts we've had, and this thing was immaculate looking.